Zora's really smart, but you know what? Sometimes she can be such a bitch. I was supposed to get some info from her from Cascadia, but I couldn't find a way over without going through Marauders. So I gave up and stopped in at Fallbrook to pick up some supplies instead. While I was there, Chastity dropped in for a few games of Whist. She's so cool. She's always playing games there. When I lose bets, I get really upset. I don't have much, so losing what I have, it hurts, you know. But Chastity can drop thousands on a single game and she's fine. Well, sometimes she drinks a bit and slams the table and storms out, but still, mostly she's cool about it, and I admire that. Anyway, when I got back, Zora yelled at me because I was a little late. Something about medicine not getting here fast enough. Sigh. Graham, or yeah, Graham just said to try not to lose track of time on my next run, and I promised I would. See, that's how you teach someone. Don't gotta yell to make them feel bad. Today, Zora gave me permission to buy ammunition from Bronson. I don't think I want to, but she said I should just in case. But guns are really loud. I'd rather just run away than shoot one. Still, I'm kind of proud. Zora said it was like a promotion or something I found in the wilderness. I think it's a code for a door, but I'm not sure why it's important. I can't even get near the place without getting attacked. I asked her what a promotion is, and she smiled in a really sad way and told me I shouldn't worry about it. This will be my last entry. Sorry, diary. You've been a very good listener, but our time has come to an end. This terminal was making a horrible beeping noise yesterday, and someone smashed it while I was out, and now I can't save more diaries. Milton can't fix it, and plus he says I should stop coming into his house to write when he's not around. Whoever smashed poor terminal, if you're reading this, suck sulfur. There we go. Fixed. All better. See, I contributed.
You meditate today? If not, you should.
Why? Why should I? What purpose will it serve me?
Damn philosophists.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
Hope Zora sends me up next. This armor itches something awful.
It's just something awful.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
For him, huh?
It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever else we need. We gotta eat. Eating means hunting. Hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there. That's one way to look at it. Another is, those are the only things in this whole fucking town that are broke. Maybe we appreciate that.
Mister, there's something I've been wondering since we got here. How do you protect your wires from sulfuric degradation?
Oh, easy. Most of the wildlife here seems to tolerate the sulfur. So we wrap our copper in wrapped bits. Hides, tongues, whatever's pliable. I ought to tell you, most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer. We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8.
Hmm.
Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge.
All right.
Get a whiff of that sweet.
I don't have a reason not to help these people.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet blood.
So? You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. Then all that sweetness takes the air anyhow.
Nah, don't boil it. We're gonna get sick all the same. Might as well enjoy it.
Don't boil. Do you want the runs?
Better than tasting sulfur and dirt every damn day.
Got a point. What's a day of poops? For a little bit of enjoyment. I think of that every time I drink a glass of milk or have some ice cream.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again. What, oh, in Milton's place? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Me and my diary have got some catching up to do. Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up. Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts. So, no runs for me for a little while. Time to kick back and relax. Huh? Why? Oh, ha! You're funny. I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray. Usually, you can just get a ways from their nest and they'll stop following you. But this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Scratched me up black good. I barely got away. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
There's your iconoclast theory of chaos in action.
Mister, I don't know what chaos is, but rocks ain't got theories. They're rocks. Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so.
Means you broke it.
Hey. Ugh, my stomach. Hope Zora sends me on next.
Trash. Shoes.
Yeah, look at him.
Ow.
He keeps making it. Fucking weird, Carl.
I don't think he can hear you. He's in the zone.
Trash cube zone.
You gotta admit, they're convenient. Fit together real nice.
Trash is trash. I don't care what shape it's in.
I guess.
All right. Jeez.
Move along.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger? Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Is that a boy from South Bay?
I am not a little boy. Haven't
Apparently.
been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
Feel like you're in danger. Ask me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
That's the thing. Parents will always see their children no matter how old as their little children.
She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time?
You survived outside Stellar Bay for weeks. Show her the skills you've learned.
You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
All right. I know your terminal's out of storage, but if you break this one, things are gonna go tits up around here. Anyone else? As long as you know what you're doing, go ahead and clear work orders out whenever you can. View work orders. Steam coming out of roof. Pipes at the top of the house are going to burst. They're leaking steam. Someone's got to fix it before it explodes. Okay. Done. Electricity bar. Description looks like sparks chewed through, or sprats chewed through wires on the side of the bar. They're sparking up a storm. Science shut off power going through the panels. Haven't heard the wrapped house. We ain't heard from the wrapped house in a while. Sent Milton over. Ain't heard from him either. Someone needs to check it out. Hack remotely reset the wrapped house communication breaker. Dear diary. Haha. Hey Zora, I figured out how to add more work orders. Dear diary, eat it. Marked as resolved and purged from the system. Medical examiner's door sealed. The door to the examiner's resistance above the med bay is stuck and is completely sealed. Can someone get that thing open? Re-engage it. Please. Nice. We got the good news. This guy down here.
What are you buying?
Hey, I fixed all your stuff.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn.
375 for a good turn. Nice. What you got?
Hey, thanks again for helping out. What can I do you for?
Ooh. Lock picking. Ooh, long guns. You know what? Buy all three. Body attributes. Attack speed. Let's see. Proper shake. Range weapon sway. Nicotine high range weapon spray or spread. 50% range weapon sway. Nicotine low. Oh, here we go. Okay. Actually, do you have any weapon modifications? You do, but that's just magazine size, weapon spread. Okay.
Hey. This armor itches something awful. You meditate today? If not, you should. Get a whiff of that.
Huh. I don't have time for this.
Never seen you before. Take my advice. Move on. Get off-world if you can. If you can't, get to the bay. I've been halfway around T1. Monarch, they call it now. Been around it twice. Stood at the hot pole and the cold. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak. It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business. That's it.
And yet you're in mine.
The only thing I got to teach is get the fuck off T1. Or whatever they're calling it this week. Anybody with half a brain could tell you that. Look, you want to buy the drinks? I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance. A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? Might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. Fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate. Mostly we protected folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox, and I've been thinking about seeing it found. Thereabouts. I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure. Getting on in years, kid. Legs ain't working like they used to. Sulfur burns a little too long in the lungs. This joint's looking like my last home. Appreciate it, kid. I'll mark an outpost on your map. We spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
You minute? This armor itches something awful. Ugh, my stomach.
Yeah, my stomach. Do they have to play the sappy music? No. Negative. Oh. Nope, that was Ash.
As you were.
Hope Zora sends me on next. Hmm?
There's the spleen. Good at this. Carry on.
There's the spleen.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a manticore.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No. All I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
Yeah. Looking good. Might be less armor, but I don't plan on getting attacked.
This armor itches something awful.
this way.
Carry on. Hey.
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Noys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company. A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts. The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
Those people help people here. Anything you're doing?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running. Oh yes, many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck.
Sounds to me like a nifty little challenge.
Such enthusiasm, yes. I agree wholeheartedly. Our own little fixer-upper. Will you aid us in our cause?
Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead. One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup. She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so tone-deaf. Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage. Hey.
Ah, hello. You're still alive. All right. The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles. This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing the colony. Ours will not. Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote, "Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart give yourself to it."
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, "As a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe."
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise. Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking? Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity. Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything. Regardless, what were you saying?
Got a point.
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI just like the overlords before him.
Sounds a lot like a paladin almost.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Another is that misfortune often brings opportunity. I found my path through the tragedies of my past. Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation that gives mankind purpose.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an equation that drives it, is nothing but hubris.
Scientology.
All right. The iconoclast. We. Oh, yes. Gunships hover in our skies, ready for the day they decide to come to our doors waving banners of war. The perception of visionaries is often tainted by the lies of their oppressors. A sad state of affairs, to be sure. This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing the...
Okay.
Why have you come?
Get a whiff of that sweet sulfur air.
Follows the board's lies. The board vastly overestimates our authority and grasp on power. Without the Earth's dictators, military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misfortune to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestionably or questioningly. Their lives become more and more transparent as the years pass and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonists to see. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying philosopher's texts, not teachings, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structures. This is what we want. Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No. Their workers' minds are poisoned, their will shackled, their dreams hung strong or hamstrung. They can stand no longer. They must tear this entire regiment down. Holy cow. So much reading. Requires more oxygen to the brain. I hope to someday publish a greater work in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me, that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now, I can only collect my scattered thoughts into this barely functional machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder, a measurable, qualifiable way with which to judge oneself against one's peers. It provided motivation, meaning. Yet my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familiar unit. The corporations claim they are that familiar unit, but they treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table, and they are so kind as to drop one. We praise the ground they tread on, while they usher us into kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractual obligation units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than the employers seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of obligation to our executives who deemed a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like these executives, until the day we die and are processed, burned, and filed away as another tick on a human resource paperwork. Scroll down. We have built ourselves onto a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in doing so have abandoned all the warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporations as I still do. Wait, didn't we meet him? When we took ownership of our corporations, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now, I am not so sure. Recently, I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing, tragic that he is weaker than I'd hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy. Should the day come when the mantle of our spirits clash against one another, that empathy will shed me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubborn, resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay, celebrates the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. So is life. Oh my gosh. More? For someone who is committed to the iconoclast ways, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more often, I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressors sway her decisions, more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment, a much more powerful power than any pang in our empty gut. Interesting spelling. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories light their fires anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped through on his way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlets, he asked me how I can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantis swarm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time. Thus, we wear the masks until we are safe to breathe. Until the very last dredge of our poisonous corporation societies are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable, and though they stifle our spirits just as much as masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets. I am happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute this reading material. I wonder if the old printing press might be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as editor in a publication, only this time of my own control and not stifled by the rules and regulations of guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a comma. I'll put them where they belong, as decreed by the eternal truth. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she liked nothing more than a pet candid. I confess I know very little about animal behavior, as I am much more concerned with the animal that is mankind, but I stress that I didn't think oh wow think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later, Zora reported the strangest thing. Stories of a marauder with a candidate follower. I didn't know if it had been cited here or on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and her reckless, wild imagination. I wondered if she had told other people, and if word had spread of the possibility until it wiggled its way into the mind of marauders somewhere. Ideas are insidious. If even a marauder, mindless husk that it is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony, poisoned as they are against the eternal truth. If we can shut so loud that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I am confident it will spread to the rest of the cosmos. It is very difficult to face the eternal truth that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of the cosmic consciousness, can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. This urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth simply by existing. Mankind has not shred the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve. We overcome our urges for the better of our species. Someday our mind will be burned more open to the idea. Until then, I must not abandon hope. Or maybe you should. Jeez, you are a talker. All right.
Hope Zora sends me up next.
She won't. Where's the freaking exit? Oh, there we go. All right, so we are currently here. No, we are here. Said north, didn't it? Southwest. Oh, I bet that's here.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. Vicker. That seems like quite a leap.
Not wrong. Oh, that is up north. We're not going to travel there. We will fast travel. Can we please just fast travel? Thank you. Okay. There we go.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off. We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you? Right. Carlotta. Yeah, she's inside. We got first rights, though. Soon as we fix that generator, she's ours. You'd have to ask the boss. I just know she wants Carlotta voided. And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now?
I get it. I'll offer. You get paid. We all go home with a win.
Hell, I ain't gonna pass up free bits. Make it painful.
Keep walking, Rumleach.
Ain't in the mood to chat.
It's too quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello? Relax. I've been cooped up in here for almost 2 days. Who are you, anyway? Oh, finally! Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run.
Let's see. What is banning you from working with the eye?
You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested. It's an enviable thing he's doing. Free people and all that. I can't live that way. I need my structure. But I respect the iconoclasts for doing it. Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered? I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
Food is better. Let's see. Plasma. Range weapon skills. I wonder what happens now that I didn't kill her. Sorry, but your people need to eat, Graham.